Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakal, Makapashim, Jim, and Slana, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Chakadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there, to the hopeful elects, pushing this truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video, alright? I just want to get into a couple articles here, you know, because it seems like, you know, these corporations, you know, these companies, right? They're all forcing you down this route, this one route, right? Which eventually is only gonna allow you to pay in one way, right? And they're not concerned about really whether or not you want it or not. Okay, they're forcing the change, right? And it's, you know, prepping everybody to take the MOTB, all this talk, right? So you got some supermarkets here, and credit card company, MasterCard, okay, which I'm going to show you another article, right? That basically their plans is to take away cash and cards even away from the system in the future of payments. And I say in the future, you know, loosely, man, because they already started doing it, right? But this is something they're looking to, you know, push out there even more, you know, to eventually, you know, do away with the whole cash and card system, because they deem it unsuitable, unsecure, unhygienic is another thing they mention, you know, due to the whole, you know, pandemic and that. So, you know, they're moving in a direction really to have you only pay in one particular way, okay, and that all leads to the MOTB. All right, that's the agenda. That's what, you know, all these Bilderberg meetings are for, and all that kind of stuff, to discuss, you know, how, you know, these companies are going to move forward with the agenda. All right, and they're all playing their parts, you know, some way or form. All right, they're just puppets. All right, they're being told that this is the direction that we're heading in, and eventually, you know, they bring these things to pass, right? Which is really the Most High bringing all these things to pass, because we know prophecy must be fulfilled. All right. Anyway, this article here from my London. Right, it says Tesco, as the Aldi, Lidl, Sainsbury's, and Morrisons shoppers soon won't be able to pay with card or cash. Now that's, I'm trying to think of other supermarkets that are outside of this. These are pretty much all of them. You know, the major ones, the big ones, right? So they're all on this, man. It's not like, oh yeah, well, Tesco's deciding to do this, and you know, the others, they're not sure, you know, they don't plan to, whatever. No, they all seem to be on board with you know, moving like this, right, in solidarity, right? They're you know, even though these are separate companies, they all looking to move in this direction. I mean, it started out with the self checkouts. You know, you're checking yourself out, man. You ain't got to wait in queue for you know, someone on the tills to, you know, scan all your shopping. Yeah, you could do it yourself. You ain't got to wait for all of that. You know, and you got the contactless as well. You know, and you got the scan and go technology in these supermarkets where you can just scan as you go along and you just walk out. Well, no, you don't just walk out. I'm lying. You got to pay at a separate part in the store. You know, but it's basically you're not queuing. You know, and now you got the Amazon Goes. I think even Morrisons have got versions of that around as well. I know other supermarkets got versions of that Amazon Go thing, where you do literally just you know, you enter in with the app. You know, I went in one not too long ago actually, you know, just to see, you know, what it's all about. You know, you got your Amazon app on your phone, and you got barriers, so you got to scan the app before you can even enter in, right? And then once you've scanned your app, and you know, because it's linked to your bank accounts and stuff, you just go in there, you pick whatever you want up, you know, and you walk out with it, right? So they don't want you to pay with cash. We know they're taking ATMs out, you know, of your neighborhoods and the cities and that kind of stuff. They're you know, taking them away. So cash they want to get rid of. Okay, but it goes deeper than that. It goes, they don't want you to use the cards, right? They want you to be a part of that, right? They want it to be locked into you. So it's not good enough that you're paying with your phone, or you're paying with your credit or debit cards or whatever, you know. And it's like, it's not the first time they've done things like this. as well. You know, gotten rid of a method of payment because checks are pretty much redundant here in the UK. We don't do checks. All right. I know in some places you still do, but here in the UK you don't really do checks. Okay, very limited checks. The uses of checks is, man, here. You know, but certain method of payments are just not accepted. All right, so it's not something that they, that can't be done or won't be done just because, people don't want it to be done. I'm sure there's people that didn't want, checks to go the way they did, but guess what? Certain things disappear over time. Okay, they get left behind, made redundant. All right, and it'll be the same with this. Cash, paper money, plastic money, coins. That's gonna get done away with, man. Okay, and like I said, it's always been on the cards for elites to do that. But anyway, let's get into some of this, right? So supermarket giants across the UK could soon ask shoppers to ditch cash and card payments, right? So they're forcing the change. So it's not a matter, you want to go shop there. Guess what? You're gonna have to do what they say. You're gonna have to do it how they want you to do it. Yeah. So it don't matter about what Oh, I got cash. Well, if they don't accept cash, you can't shop there, innit? It's as simple as that. You're gonna need a different method of payment. And that brings us to today with the whole CBDCs and the blockchains and all that kind of stuff. That's the RFIDs and all that kind of stuff. That all brings it to this where we are right now, okay, and where it's about to go. Okay, these are just little things, little pit stops, little trials that they do, along the way. But the ultimate goal really is to integrate you with that system. Okay, which we're gonna get in the scriptures, right? But anyways, they can ask shoppers to ditch cash and card payments and instead use their face or fingerprints at the checkout. A trial is in place to increase shopper security at the tills, though some may see it as a step closer to a cashless society. They've been speaking about that for years, right? So eventually, it's gonna happen, whether you want it to or not. I know people who make the excuses about the old people, they don't know how to use the technology, so it's important that they got cash and they can go to the clerks in the stores and pay with cash. These elites don't care about them, right? They don't care about them, right? They can perish, if they're having issues, man, so be it, man. They're useless in the eyes of the elites, right? So it don't matter. They don't matter. All right. Says MasterCard is trialing a biometric payment system that could see customers use their face rather than contactless cards, smartphones, or pins. So they don't want the smartphone's not even good enough, right? It has to be you. It has to be you, right? You have to be a part of the equation in making that payment. That the phone is separate from you. The cards are separate from you. It has to be you. You have to be the payment. Right? The method of payment. You have to be it. Right? It says shoppers would be able to smile or wave a hand at a scanner to pay for their shopping. Okay. Noticing it's talking about faces, okay, i.e. head, and talking about hands. Right? That's in the scriptures. Right? It's in the scriptures. Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, which is most people's predominant hand, right? Or in their foreheads, okay? In their face, right? Which is their foreheads, obviously, but, you see these... This is the specific on MasterCard, right? MasterCard introduces controversial biometric payment that require a face scan. Face, right? And you see the scan here. Okay, this is whole head. Right? If you got mark in your head, well, it's going to detect that. Okay, it's in your face, it's in your head. Right? It's going to see, the screen's going to scan your head. Right? So it's going to see that, it's going to pick that up. And that's what the scriptures say. Right? So they cause it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. right? So this is going to be the only way to pay. This method right here, the only way to pay, right? And this is what they're basically saying. They want to get rid of all the other ways, right? It's going to be something to do with your head and your hands, right? It has to be you, right? It has to be you. Okay, and I'm gonna get to this one in a second. All right, let me just quickly finish off this one. It says it is understood that a customer will be able to scan their face or fingerprint using the supermarket smartphone app and link their likeness to a bank card. You know, and that's going on a lot with let me see what they call it, man. You know, there's certain businesses that, you know, certain things you sign up for, and they want to verify you. What the hell was it called, man? The term's gone out of my head, man. But basically, you know, they want to verify you, man. Essentially, that's what it is. You know your customer. What's that? KYC, right? So they all, you know, you sign up to a thing, and they would just want to verify it's you. So you take pictures of yourself, or, you know, with ID or bank card, or to verify that you know that's your bank account and all this kind of business, right? It's all collated, man. It's all being compiled. Information is being compiled, and it's linking you to you know, to those bits of information, that, you know, that data. That's exactly what they want to do with this whole, you know, MOTB, and, you know, what they're playing around here with, right? This is a payments card and mobile websites say it would work similar in the way to Apple's facial ID. All right, because you got you know, these phones. Certainly these phones have you know, face recognition unlocking, you know, business, right, and fingerprint unlocking and stuff like that. All right, so it verifies that it's you because you stored your fingerprint in the phone, your face in the phone, so it knows it's you. All right, the phone knows it's you. Right, well, the system wants to know it's you. You know, the outside system, you know, this whole Internet of Things that's being built around everybody right now wants to know that it is you that is making this transaction without a doubt. Okay, no doubts. It is definitely 100% you. No errors, right? Not somebody had my phone, or somebody had my bank card, or whatever. You know, no mistakes, right? So the Telegraph reports how MasterCard, the payments company, wants to roll the program out worldwide. Oh, really? Why? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads. Worldwide, it's global, right? It's going to be the only way to pay in the future, right? Because the situations around the world is only going to, you know, grow worse, right? And so these suggestions and, you know, these technologies, they're going to be rolled out, man, in order to supposedly help, right? This is they want to roll out the program out worldwide for small and large retailers. AJ Bala, the president of cyber and intelligence at MasterCard, was quoted in the Telegraph as saying, "The way we pay needs to keep pace with the way we live." Right? Who's controlling the way we live ultimately? It's the corporations, it's elites and everything they're putting into this world, right? They're the ones that really control the way we live. They, you know, they make the smartphones, they give us the smartphones, the computers, the cars, the, you know, everything, right? We're using those things that they put into the world. So they ultimately control the way we live. They get rid of things that they don't want us to use, and blah, 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 blah. All right? So they're pushing the change. They're forcing the change. Right? It's not like we decided, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, let me, no, I really need a smartphone. I don't know what the hell I needed. You know, I didn't know I needed a smartphone until Esau, you know, brought one out into the world and told you, oh, look how useful it is. It could do this and that. It's like a little computer. I didn't know no one knew they wanted one of those. You know? So they're the ones really pushing the change, right? Says that needs to keep pace with the way we live, work, and do business, offering choice to consumers with the highest level of security Our goal with this new program is to make shopping a great experience for consumers and merchants alike, providing the best of both security and convenience. It's lucky. Yep. So the pilot program is currently underway in Brazil at 5 St. Marsh supermarkets in Sao Paulo. Okay, and I believe brother went into this. I think the brother Shakal went into this. Went into the Marsh, and I think it was to buy and sell, something like that. You know, wherever it is, man. But it was interesting. You know, he brought it out. You know, check his video out. And it says more trials are also planned for Asia and Middle East. This is what Esau does. He puts these things in all different parts of the world. All these different things he wants to trial and test out. He puts into all different places, man. He don't put it all in one place. Iran is testing out food rationing. You know, with the biometrics. You know, they're testing all these different things out in different parts of the world, man, and eventually it's going to become a global consensus, man. Okay, that's what it's all there for. These companies are doing these little different things in these different places, man. Okay, so you don't catch on. You don't think, oh shit, you know, this is all coming together. No, you think these are isolated things that are going on in the world, and they're not. All right, this is what they meet. This is what they come to meet together to do, to discuss these things and do these things, man. Right. The biometric facial recognition software would lead to shorter queues, be more hygienic. Okay, that hygienic thing, right? Then tapping in a pin, and less vulnerable to fraud linked to credit and debit cards. Mastercard said. Okay, it's more safer, apparently more secure. Right, meaning they can't make no mistakes. That you can't hide. You know, you can't do nothing. So it said no more fumbling for your phone or hunting for your wallet. So they purposely produce technology which is, you know, not foolproof. So let's say, right? So they can offer you something better. They offer you something that sounded good. Oh, look, you can pay with your phone. Oh, look, you got contactless card. But there's issues with them, and they know there's issues with them. But they bring it out anyway because they know they're gonna replace it with something, i.e., more secure, like they're saying. You know, something better. Something they make an issue out of something. Oh yeah, credit card fraud's gone up. Well, you give them more credit cards out, of course it's gonna go up. You know, you know, they create a situation and then they remedy it. You know, problem, action, solution. Okay, and now the problem to this, or the action to this problem is now to have it integrated as a part of you. You're gonna be part of the payment system. You ain't gotta worry about having a phone or someone's taking your phone, taking your cards, whatever. You know. This is It says no more fumbling for your phone or hunting for your wallet when you have your hands full. The next generation of in-person payments, in person, will only need a quick smile or wave of your hand. The trusted technology, who trusts it? Hold on. The trusted technology that uses your face or fingerprint to unlock your phone can now be used to help consumers. So that's suggestive. What's that word, man? Like they're suggesting to you that it's trusted. Like you don't know it is. You don't know that's how everybody else feels, but they're telling you that it's trusted. So everybody else must trust it. Oh, so I got no reason to distrust it. You know, it's suggestive something, man. You know, it's like Inception. You know, I mean, I put that thought in your mind. You didn't even know, right? They put that thought in your mind. Oh yeah, no, I can trust it. Like, can you? Can you really? All right. Anyway. So the trusted technology uses your face or fingerprint to unlock your phone can now be used to help consumers speed through the checkout with Mastercard's new biometric checkout program. All you will need is yourself. All right, and that's what it's gonna get to, man. You know, because that MOTB is gonna be in your hand or in your forehead, man, and that is how they're gonna positive ID you. That is how you're gonna make your payments through, because you know, the digital currencies, the CBDCs, okay, the programmable money, right? That is how it's gonna all come together. All right, and I guess this is pretty much gonna say the same thing, man. I didn't know that the other article, focused quite heavily on Mastercard, man. When I thought it was about the supermarkets, but this will basically say the same thing, I would imagine. But you can see here, you know, MasterCard introduces controversial biometric payments that require a face scan. Let's see if there's anything different in here. This paragraph says the system will help MasterCard tap into the biometric technology industry, which will be worth over 18 billion by 2026. Yeah, man, on that. So, however, privacy advocates have raised concerns about biometric checkout systems. MasterCard themselves have recognized the data and security concerns that come with the use of biometrics. So, again, they even understand that there's issues with this to some degree, right? So, there's going to be something to maybe fail safe it, to make it safer, enter in, the MOTB, This is So Susie Miles, a lawyer, told The Guardian, a password can be changed, your smile and wave cannot. Right, but then what about these men with the deep fakes? In the digital space. Things like that. Like, it's just a thought. If biometric data is hacked, then the risk of fraudulent activity could be considerably higher than the current payment methods. If the information is hacked. So the other fear is that the systems will collect and store data that can be used to monitor and track users. Okay, it's that idea that these people are going to track and monitor has always been there. Because it's a real concern, right? And it evidently is a concern. You need to think like all this technology that they brought around, do they not watch us more and more every time? It's not getting less and less, I'll tell you that. Right? These men are watching you sharper than ever. Cameras everybody everywhere. Drones in the sky. You know what I'm saying? These men are watching you more and more. Knowing more and more about you, man. All your information's out there on the internet somewhere. Being sold and over again. People are watching you, man. You don't even know. Alright? This is why it seems MasterCard have taken steps to protect and encrypt this data. As biometric payments become more commonplace, the use of such data is likely to evolve and it will inevitably become harder to protect individuals' rights to privacy, Miles added. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much those articles. Alright, so let's grab some scriptures, right? Because that's what we're here for. Get the understanding. Okay, we've got Revelations 13, right? So what I want to get here is Genesis chapter 47. Because we're going to come into a time like this real soon, right? I'm not going to read all of it, but you should read it, right? Genesis 47 here, but I'm going to get verse 15 here. All right. Actually, I'm going to read from verse 13, right? So, and there was no bread in all the land, right? There's a lot of talk of famine going on right now, right? Another video I wanted to get onto, man, but there's a lot of talk of famine going on right now. All right. And so, and we know this is prophetic as well. This is all in the scriptures to happen, prophesied to happen. Okay. So this world is going to go through that. Right. So there's going to be no bread again. Right. So there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by the reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when money failed in the land of Egypt, okay, your money is going to fail. Right? This inflation is, doing damage, right? And eventually, you ain't about to afford shit. Right? Your money ain't gonna be able to purchase nothing. Okay, nothing that you want, right? Nothing that you want or need, right? Because not only is it gonna come super expensive, it's gonna be super hard to obtain. Right? There's scarcity. That's what famine is, scarcity. So even if you could find it, it ain't gonna be cheap, right? But here's the kicker, right? Here's the play right now, the elites play, right? So whatever food is available, okay, they're gonna take control of, right? Just like kind of here, Joseph took control over the grain and all the bread and that, right? So they had to go to him, right? And I mentioned that whole Iran biometrics rationing thing that was going on, right? Now, what they were doing is that they were charging a discounted price for those that signed up to this program that did all this biometric shit, right? And gave them discount. So they ain't gonna pay the inflated prices, right? They ain't gonna have to, but they're limited to what they can buy. Now, again, these things could be implemented anywhere, right? But if you've got the MOTB, and then now you have the possible ability to purchase food through this new payment system, okay, the one way to pay, right? And you'll be given the bring in the digital currencies. Now you're going to be given the credits or whatever to buy your rations, right? It's going to be like this, right? But anyway, let's get back to this, right? This is when money fell in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, "Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence?" And the people are going to say similar things, right? Like, we're starving out here. Look, you need to do something about this. Blah, 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 right? For the money faileth. Okay, we can't afford it. Okay, we can't afford it. Like, he's going to say, well, you take this MOTB and, we can sort something out. Because we need to keep a lock on this food. We need to manage it closely, watch it closely because it's scarce, right? So all this technology is going to help with all of that. These AIs and whatever, you're going to be integrated. So he's not going to watch everything. It all makes sense, man. But anyway, so yeah, your money's going to fail, man. Right? And you're going to be forced to, do what these elites and these companies are asking you to do, man. All right. What was that? So Revelation 6 verse 5 said, when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I behold, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and wine." So what he's essentially saying, man, is these essentials, right, are going to be very expensive. All right, going to be very expensive. A penny was like, silver back then, for one. Okay, not copper or whatever the hell it is, tin, and all this business, right? They were actually silver coins, right? And it was 10 of them, right? And it could, it's like a day's wage or whatever it was, a week's wage or something like that, right? You go into it, you find it out. But basically, these things are going to come super expensive, man, and it's going to cost you a lot if you could even get hold of it, right? So you think prices are bad? Nah, man, they've all just begun. All right. And it's Exodus chapter 21 verse 6, right? Because this is what Esau's ultimately trying to do, right? And I'm going to read from verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, "I love my master," okay, or you love Esau, in the time of trouble, you're going to be looking for Esau to help you rather than the Lord, and they're going to offer you a so-called way out, in the terms of the MOTB, because you want to be able to, get food and whatever. You choose that master, right? So then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and shall also bring him to the door. It's like, let me jump up again, verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, "I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free." Okay, this is a servant that's under his master, right? Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Right? This awl, right, that is bored through the servant's ear, is equivalent to this mark, okay, that Esau is going to put inside you, man. You're going to pledge your allegiance essentially to Esau, man, because he's going to have complete dominion over you. Okay, once he does this, right? Because you trusted not in the Lord to deliver you in the time of trouble. All right? And this is what Esau wants. Okay, it's all control for him. Okay? In Psalm 64 verse 5, right? It's verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, for the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay, the perfect is speaking about the Israelites. All right, it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right, they commune of laying snares privily. They say he shall see them. And the worst thing about it, they kind of do these things in plain sight as well, because people believe that it's too drastic, it's too far fetched. So how could this be? How could it happen? You got the wool pulled over your eyes, man, and Esau, he's doing what he wants. All right, but we see them clearly. We know what he's setting up. We know all these different things that are happening around the world, what it all means and how it all comes together. We understand that because the scriptures explains it. All right, it says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. All right, and we're gonna wrap it up with this, right? The judgment, man, for falling for the tricks, for not understanding what the hell is going on and falling for the tricks, the snares, the traps. They're forcing you down this one road, man, that leads to perdition. If you accept this, if you play along and accept it, you bow yourself down to Esau in his rule, then you're gonna be destroyed, man. Right, it's Revelation 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Okay, so that's you take it, but it's not. This is where it's most likely going to be put, yes. But if you want to get real technical about it, doesn't matter where you put it. Okay, the act is, a treacherous act against the Heavenly Father, man. That you chose Esau over the Most High and his son. That's going to be punishable by death in this time, right? So the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, that's your judgment, man, for those that take that. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Right, so just be privy, man. Understand, be circumspect, man. Understand the goals of these corporations, which is really just, these are just puppet corporations of the elites, man. Forwarding the agenda, but be circumspect to it, man. Okay, know what it is that they're trying to achieve. Okay, and that helps we understand the scriptures. All right, and then you can make good decisions, man. Lord willing. With the wisdom you gain. If the Most High give you the wisdom, But, like I said, man, they're making it where there's only gonna be one way to pay, right? And that way is gonna be, the MOTB, man. So, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. I hope this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next one, man. So till then, I say shalom.